Your daily dose of sports and fun. This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
Jamie Lent, Jeff McGuire, I'm Chuck Heinz. Rangers, Jamie, have a chance to get to 500 tonight.
It's good.
They're 30-31. They've won 5 in a row, and they win, last night over the St. Louis Cardinals, and do it in pretty dramatic fashion. They get 3 runs in their half of the ninth. It was tied going into the ninth, and they win it 7-4. And another really good pitching performance from your starter last night. Nathan Eovaldi goes 6 innings and struck out 7. So that's like 3 straight games where your strikeout number has been, pretty high. Mm-hmm. For the number of innings pitched. And you consider that, Eovaldi, pitched 6 innings. That's 18 outs. So 7 of his 18 outs were strikeouts. Did walk 1. Did give up 4 runs. And Jock Peterson coming through with a tie-breaking single. And so the Rangers get their 5th straight. That's a season high for them. So that's good. Seem to be rolling.
More good pitching. That's kind of been a key for the Rangers this year. They just need to get those bats going. Yeah.
So tonight they'll send Mackenzie Gore to the Hill. We'll have that game for you at 6. Play-by-play at 6:45 here on Double T 97.3. It's a quick trip for the Rangers. They go to St. Louis and then back home to take on Cleveland over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The Astros have a series that's going on now with the Pittsburgh Pirates. They started that series last night. So Pirates and the Astros goes the way of the Pirates. They win 10-6 last night. Astros dropped to 27-35. 2 3-run home runs in that game. That's not good.
Not ideal.
No, not ideal. So Astro pitching continues to be somewhat woeful. Their starter last night, let's see. Burrows went 5 innings, struck out 3, gave up 5 runs, 8 hits, walked 5. So at any rate, we'll have the Pirates and the Astros tonight, game 2 of 3 at 6:40, and then that's tomorrow as well. And the Astros play host to the A's over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Sunday is afternoon affairs. The Rangers have the Guardians in town. Let's see here. Going to leave the farm for OKC around noon. Can't wait for tailgate and stadium experience. I hope Texas Tech softball plays their best. He says Red Raiders in 2 games.
Nice. That'd be good.
Yeah, we'd take that. And, the Sellers family has been doing that tailgate thing, again, like they did for the regionals. And, just hosting everybody. And so that's pretty cool that they continue to have the kind of the open tab there for everybody. The only requirement is you got to be a Red Raider.
Yeah, there you go.
That's not, it's a pretty low bar.
No, that's a high bar.
Well, what I meant was the requirement to get the requirement to get in. I mean, it's not like you have to have a special ticket or anything like that. I wouldn't
say being a Red Raider is a low bar.
Well, that's not
just
really.
Say that.
That was not the intent.
Okay, well, I don't care what the intent was. I don't like that how that sounded.
Okay, it probably sounded a little wonky, but it was really more meant to be. You don't have to be any more special than be a Red Raider fan than to go in. Okay, you don't have to be a highbrow person. Okay, you don't have to be anybody of any kind of wonky donk.
I, for the most part, understood what you meant. Just you could have said that a lot better.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Being a Red Raider, being the low bar.
Yeah. I'm sure you're probably right on that.
I think you could have chose different words.
Yeah. Well, hey, you've been around me long enough that all the words that I choose aren't always the best. Sometimes word choices.
I think we all suffer from that, Jim. We all use terms or words that we wish we could change.
That we regret. Yeah. Yeah. There's words that I choose and words that I regret from time to time. I just go, yeah, I could have said that better. And I think I'm usually relatively quick to either apologize or admit that could be the case. 6:20 this morning here on the Morning Drive. If you have a score prediction or a thought, strategy that you would like to whisper in Coach Glasgow's ear, it's interesting. I think for the most part, people have recognized their lack of, I don't know about knowledge, but strategy or advice. Like, we all think that we can be an offensive coordinator. Not very many of us think that we can be a defensive coordinator when it comes to football. Kind of feel like that, from a basketball standpoint, feel like that we've got a pretty good handle on things from the stands, right? About why aren't we playing defense? Why aren't we blocking out? Why aren't we shooting better free throws? Why do we take that shot? The no, and then yes. But I feel like from just an overall strategy standpoint with regard to softball, that by and large we're all still pretty much novices.
It's fair enough.
Where we're not sitting there in the stands going, "What's he doing that for?" Although I think the one thing that I think I've noticed is with regard to the frequent pitching changes, it does feel like that people have a certain opinion on that of, well, she was pitching so good, why did we put her in? And she gave up a home run, or why did we put her in? And then that seems to be I think the biggest question is, what are we doing here with the constant switching with the pitching and the pitching? But here you are 2 games away from a national championship, so clearly something's going right.
Yeah, sure. I mean, the first part is that you've got a good coaching staff, obviously knows what they're doing, but also that they've been able to bring in some really talented players.
Yeah, I mean that
and make their style work.
That usually helps. When you have
always helps.
Yeah, when you have highly talented players, that is a big thing. The NHL playoffs got started last night. The Vegas Knights get Game 1, winning at Carolina 5-4. So that's the start of a 7-game series. And the NBA finals get underway tonight with the New York Knickerbockers taking on the San Antonio Spurs. Spurs 62-20 in the regular year. They had a fantastic season.
It's a good year, no doubt.
Just 20 losses. I mean, I realize that there's been times when teams had less and way less, but still just 20 losses. And the Knicks, starting off at, they went 53-29 this year, which is an outstanding. This series will start in San Antonio tonight. I know that you've got people on both sides of the aisle that you're rooting for, but who do you think wins this series?
Spurs.
Okay. Do you think Spurs win it in 5 and 6?
6.
6. Okay. Games 1 and 2 are in San Antonio. They'll be Wednesday and Friday, and then Game 3 will be in New York on Monday the 8th, and Game 4 is Wednesday the 10th, a week from tonight. There in New York City at Madison Square Garden. And then we'll see if anything's necessary. If necessary, Game 6 would be on Saturday, June the 13th, so a week from Saturday. And then they'd finally finish things up on Tuesday the 16th. And then NBA camps will open on Wednesday the 19th for next year. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Just kidding. Same thing with the NHL. The NHL, they'll open up their pre-skate camps on the 20th of June. Just seems like those two sports go longer, but in reality they go about the same as baseball and the NFL.
Your daily dose of sports and fun. This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
June the 3rd, 2026. Here's Jeff McGuire with this day in sports history.
Going to start us off in 1932. First baseman Lou Gehrig becomes the first player to hit 4 consecutive home runs in an MLB game as the Yankees beat the Philadelphia Athletics 20-13 at Shibe Park.
It's interesting that he'd be, when you think about all the Yankee home run hitters, that he would be the one that would be the first one to do that.
Well, he was one of the Yankee home run hitters.
I know, but when you got Babe Ruth and
right.
guys like that.
The hot dog eater?
Yeah, the hot dog eater, right?
Yeah.
1971 Major League Baseball Chicago Cubs pitcher Ken Holtzman's second no-hitter beats the Cincinnati Reds 1-0. This one was on the road at Riverfront Stadium.
Okay.
1995 Expos pitcher Pedro Martinez loses his perfect game in the 10th inning when San Diego's Bip Roberts leads off with a double and Montreal wins the game 1-0.
Wow.
Bad deal.
That would suck.
Can't your teammates pick you up a little bit?
Yeah, just a little bit.
I mean, just once.
Yeah, but, it was Pedro, so.
2018. Zach Reams goes 4 for 4 with 2 home runs, 5 RBI, and a double as Texas Tech beats Louisville 11-6 to win the Lubbock Regional. In 2023, Gavin Cash and strong pitching powered Texas Tech past number 2 Florida 5-4 in Saturday's Gainesville Regional contest. Cash smashed 2 home runs, including a 2-run blast in the bottom of the 8th to set the table for Brendan Beckel to earn his 7th save and send the Red Raiders to the regional championship game on Sunday night. It is National Egg Day.
Okay.
And National Chocolate Macaroon Day.
Okay. How do you like your eggs?
Yes.
Okay.
Pretty much anything but boiled. Not a fan of a hard-boiled egg.
You a scrambled egg guy?
I'm a scrambled guy.
Yeah, me too.
Happy birthday to Rafa Nadal, who is 40.
Nice. Wish he was still playing.
And Anderson Cooper is 59. And on this day, 1965, a guy from where I grew up, in fact, he went to the church I grew up at, did something kind of cool. About 120 miles above the Earth's surface. That would be Major Ed H. White was the first American to do a spacewalk outside of his Gemini capsule. He had a 25-foot tether and controlling his maneuvers with a handheld oxygen jet-propelled gun. Got back in the capsule, came back home. And that's where we're going to end his story. Because his ending, not so great.
Not so great, yeah.
What was his ending?
He was in Apollo 1 that
was
exploded,
in a fire.
That had the fire in the launch pad. And that is this day in sports history.
This day in sports history. Thank you, Jeff. 6:49 this morning here on the Morning Drive. Let's see here. The couple texters have said something about this. Well, that text with regard to unsheath the Bowie knife, go softball, is referring to the celebration that the ladies make when they get on base. Okay.
I guess I've only seen like bits and pieces of it. I didn't realize it was every hit. Like I thought some of them were doing the fingers and some of them were doing like...
I've seen the fingers, yeah.
I didn't know that they were pulling a Bowie knife.
Yeah. When they get hits is how they celebrate. Okay. All right.
Whenever any major league, minor league, softball, whatever player is doing something with their hands back to their teammates after a hit or a double or whatever, I just assume it's an inside thing and I don't worry about it.
Okay.
Like when the Rangers were doing the antlers, I don't know why they were doing antlers. I don't need to know why they're doing antlers. They did, and I was happy that they were doing antlers.
Yeah, it was a good sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good sign. Yeah. Did the Red Raider baseball team have any special signals this year?
I like Jeff said, inside
stuff
for them between themselves. I don't know. I don't really notice much of that unless I see someone do something that I think is offensive. Then I get annoyed.
Yeah.
Well,
hopefully that doesn't happen too often.
It happens more than you want, more than you would like.
Every day between 6 and 9. And then 2 to 3.
Yeah.
I don't think we're offensive.
No, but we annoy Jamie.
Oh, we annoy Jamie. Well, it goes kind of goes without saying, right? I mean,
I sometimes wonder, and I'm not speaking specifically about the Red Raiders. Over the years, I'm sure there's been Red Raiders that have celebration. It's usually doubles dance, right? It's usually at doubles. I don't think singles you should celebrate very much. It's just a single, okay? But a double, okay, I'm fine with it, okay? But over the years, I'm like, you guys understand your mom's watching, right? Like, you get that, right? I mean, like, don't even think about, like, the rest of the world, but, like, your mom's watching, right? You understand, right? You understand she's got cable. I don't know if she's here at the game or not, but I bet she's watching.
Yeah.
Would Mom be proud of these moments right now? Yeah, I just wonder.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
what
just
doing
how about think?
Yeah. Well,
and if Mom's cool with it, sheesh.
Well,
now I will fully support the bullpen guys climbing the wall after a home run.
Yeah, that's a different deal.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, and I think again, I'm turning and looking at your teammate when you hit a single and looking into the dugout or yelling "Let's go." I'm fine with that too. I'm not saying you shouldn't do that. I just, a double gets you a little bit more of a highlight.
It's like twice as good.
Yeah, a little more of a highlight moment.
It also,
when you're down, 7-0 in the 8th and you single and you start doing anything besides keeping your head down, then that's a different deal.
Yeah, sure. Know
the situation.
It does also seem like, and I think this is almost across all sports, that we're adding adjectives to a lot of things that normally you wouldn't necessarily have seen back. It's becoming more and more comfortable for people to just let loose. And then the cameras have gotten better and better. And if you're any kind of a lip reader at all, you get the message. But it just seems like that has become almost without saying.
I think it's part of it is because there's more cameras and the cameras are they're better at what they do. Mm-hmm. Somebody gets a hit, hey, focus on them. That's going to be exciting or whatever, And you got better camera shots and all that, but it does feel like more guys or girls are getting caught in their celebration with extra words added in there that they would probably prefer not get caught. Yeah.
And to me, that's the if you're going to focus on somebody, then you get what you ask for, and something like that, because you're kind of invading them. They're not thinking about being on TV at that moment. At least I don't think they are. No. 6:53 this morning here on the Morning Drive. A reminder, we'll have Texas Tech softball in the air for you tonight as they take on the University of Texas, Game 1 of the Women's College World Series Final. So you get 2 more wins and you get to fly a flag forever. And boy, wouldn't that be something? This to Jamie's mom's statement. My mother used to get aggravated with how often I adjusted my cup. Guarantee she would have been upset if I was dancing like these kids now.
Mm-hmm. It's not the dance. It's just some of them are vulgar. They're just plain and simple.
Yeah. No,
yeah. Some of them are vulgar, and it's just like, why? Okay. And times disappointed that coaches allow that to go on, be honest with you.
Yeah. We'll also have the Rangers on tonight. They go for their 6th in a row. They'll take on the Cardinals. They finish up this series with the Cardinals, and they're off tomorrow and then host Cleveland over the weekend. We'll have it for you at 6 tonight on Double T 97.3. And the Pirates and the Astros. Astros will try to bounce back from last night's loss to Pittsburgh there in Houston. 6:40 the broadcast time tonight on 100.7 The Score.
This is the Morning Drive podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
7:15 this morning here on the Morning Drive. Is that Super Mario Brothers?
No.
Okay.
It is, in fact, Double Dragon.
Oh, because Jay says on the chat line, double-headed dragon. I like that. Okay. Somebody else says, we have a ton of juice. This is where it started. We have a ton of juice right now and a double-headed dragon on the mound. Bring it all on. Okay. You like dragons, Jeff?
Never met one.
Never met one. Okay. It's time for our winning name. That little indicator right there tells you that Double T 97.3 and the Home Zone are doing it again. We've given away over $80,000. This time we're giving away 10 G's to one person. $10,000. $10,000. If I gave you $10,000, what would you do with it?
I spend it on college tuition.
Okay, that's the cycle of life. Jeff, what would you do with $10,000? Would you buy an air conditioned doghouse for Indiana?
No.
He
has one.
Yeah, very, very big one. He's got 3 bedrooms to use.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I might go The Price is Right and go, a new car!
Okay. I like that. That was good.
$10,000 is not going to get you a new car.
Yeah, good.
Pretty small new car.
Yeah, really small.
I got a trade-in.
You got a trade-in, yeah. All right, Double T 97.3 in the home zone giving you $10,000, somebody, on June the 26th at King Louis Sports Lounge. We'll do that night. That's on a Friday night. So all you have to do is go to doubleTSportsNetwork.com and enter a secret word. The secret word today is a former Lady Raider. Okay. Perkins. 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 As in Gia Perkins, right? That's what you were thinking on this? Yeah.
You're picking it up.
I'm picking it up. I mean, I'm not the sharpest blade in the sheath, but I get there eventually. Perkins, Perkins. Go to doubleTSportsNetwork.com and enter that winning name, and you could be a winner of $10,000, making a difference one winner at a time. And you could be next with the Home Zone, making your house a home, and Double T 97.3. Perkins is your winning name today. Okay. Thoughts, comments, Yates Flooring Center chat line. Go to doublet973.com for that of the mobile app. The mobile app is presented by Happy State Bank. Well, I'm glad you're home and you get to watch us all day. I'm sorry you had knee replacement surgery. That's from Jan B. So she gets to stay home from work and watch us all day.
Awesome.
And listen. So take care of yourself, Jan.
Good luck, Jan.
Yeah.
And the recovery.
Yeah, and hopefully you'll be pain-free soon.
I mean, I don't know that we should say sorry that she had because of the people I know who have had knee surgery afterwards, their life got a lot better.
Absolutely. It changed my life. Absolutely. So my advice to people that have knee replacement surgery is this.
Do it sooner than later.
Do it sooner than later, right. But if you've had it, is take your meds, stay ahead of the pain, ice is your friend, and do the rehab. It's a pretty simple recipe, and hopefully it'll all turn out good for you.
So, listen to your doctors and stuff.
Yes, right.
That medical degree comes in handy.
Right. We all think we know more than others. Hey, I have a little breaking news for you, and this is true breaking news. Robert Hall, who played football here at Texas Tech, is going to be inducted into the Southwest Conference Hall of Fame.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, he played at Texas Tech from 1990 to 1993. So he was the first quarterback that I got to see when I came to town. So congratulations to Robert Hall. And he was a quarterback, and he played on some teams that were challenging. But then played on a really good team too at the end of his career. So good for him. 7:20 this morning here on the Morning Drive. Take your thoughts, comments on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. All right, shifting away from softball. I saw this morning, and this is concerning. If you're worried about basketball, I'm going to give you something else to worry about. So Gary Parrish, who works for CBS Sports, he is their version of Joe Lunardi. Okay, he's the bracketologist. He's their college basketball guy. He's put out a top 25. CBS Sports has put out a top 25. We are not in it. And I mean, I think you'd look at it and go, well, that makes sense. It makes sense. Kind of what you know about it right now. Mm-hmm. Makes sense. The other thing that he said, and we've mentioned this a couple of times, Milan Mosilovic, who played last year at Iowa State, he was second team All Big 12. Okay, is according to Gary Parrish a fringe first round NBA draft pick. His NIL deal that he signed with Kentucky is reportedly worth $6 million.
Good for him.
Yeah, right. Good for him. The question is he worth that? You might say yes, but now Kentucky in this CBS preseason top 25 is number 17. And this is version 17 of the 2026-2027 CBS preseason top 25. I didn't realize there had already been 16 versions put out. But they have Florida at 1, Duke at 2, Michigan at 3, Illinois at 4, and UConn at 5. The thing that's interesting there is no Big 12 teams in their top 5, where in recent years we've seen 2 or 3.
That's a little surprising.
Yeah. They have a Michigan State at 6, Texas at 7. First Big 12 team is Arizona at 8, then Gonzaga at 9, and Virginia at 10. Iowa State is 13, Houston is 14. BYU is 23rd, and Kansas is 25th. And no Texas Tech. You can say what you want to about top 25 polls, but you'd certainly...
You'd like to be in there.
You sure want to be in it, yeah. Yeah, you sure want to be in it. And maybe we're holding our cards so close to the vest that nobody can see them, not even the prognosticators or the, quote, insiders. But it is, again, it's only June, but, summer school has started and practices have started for these basketball teams. They'll do some workouts and things like that, and they have camps and things like that. Like Lady Raiders, I believe, had their first practice on Monday. So they've got all
You weren't there?
I have not gone.
How are
yet.
you going to start spreading all of your great advice? You missed the first day of practice.
I think they can do without. I'm sure that they would say, we can do without that. Okay. We can do without that.
But can you do without that?
Well,
practice is for everybody, Chuck.
Yeah. Somebody is this a real dragon that they've posted on the chat line? This person says, meet Freddy, our bearded dragon.
Well, the bearded dragon is a real thing.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm assuming it's a real thing.
Okay.
That is, in fact, Freddy, their bearded dragon. I have no reason to not believe them.
Yeah. Somebody says, hey, boys, will that top 25 hoops ranking change if we announce, Mamo Faye? I'm assuming.
Maybe. It might not be enough to get you in there, but it might be enough to get you in the back end.
I'll tell you this. I'd surely be disappointed by the time that we get to, let's just say, August, that if we don't have somebody in there in the top, if we're not in the top 25, then that'll be concerning. Mm-hmm. It'll be concerning. It's not the end of the day, but it'll be concerning. 7:25. This day in sports history, we've had that, but we haven't had Jamie's question of the day, and that is next. I don't know if we'll make any history with it or not. Hopefully, we'll just be straight up and smart with Jamie's question of the day, which is next, and that is probably unlikely.
The Morning Drive podcast from Double T 97.3 is presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction. Jamie's question of the day on Double T 97.3 is brought to you by Connecticut of West Texas.
That was a great tease.
Well,
we might get into it. Maybe we won't. Maybe we won't.
Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll get distracted.
Maybe we'll randomly fall into it at some point.
Here's the deal. There's sometimes when there's serious stuff brought up and
that we get distracted by a bumblebee.
Well, that or just I just kind of get the feeling that nobody really cares about it, so we'll just kind of dismiss it. At some point in time. You
understand the purpose of the tease, right?
I do. Yeah, I've done this once or twice.
This is what we're going to talk about later.
Encourage people to be listening, but then they're also looking for that randomly delicious moment. Okay.
Hey guys, guess what? Found it.
Too made Jamie laugh.
Sorry.
That's the goal. No, that's all good.
That was probably too inside baseball there.
That's fine.
That was comical.
That's the goal.
Oh, boy. Okay, so my question today, all right? I want to focus.
I'm going to pay attention.
Focus.
I'm going to pay attention. I'm going to really try to do a better job of this.
Clearly, the Red Raiders and the Longhorns in softball is becoming a pretty good rivalry, right? You've played back-to-back years in the National Championship Series, okay? I want you to give me the best 3 rivalries that Texas Tech has with any team, sport-specific, right now. So you can say it's football versus Baylor, it's golf versus TCU, and it's track versus Iowa State. You following?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
No, that's fair. I mean, that's a fair statement.
Top 3 in order.
I think football. It's BYU. I think that's turning into a really, really good rivalry, and competitive, and passionate fan bases back and forth. That's one. I think for basketball, I think the team that you want to beat the most and that you hate the most on the men's side is KU. For so many different reasons. There's a ton of different reasons, but I think you've won enough here and have been competitive there that it's fun. It's a fun rivalry. And I think number 3 on the women's side for me, because of just some of the dynamics involved, just in between the 2 schools, it's West Virginia. I think that's a good rivalry right now between those two teams.
Okay. All right.
Number 3, Texas Tech football and Arizona State. You beat them. Their one loss for going into the Big 12 championship 2 years ago. Your one loss last year going into your Big 12 championship. These 2 schools do not like each other right now. Number 2, men's basketball, University of Houston. We win there, they win here. We win here, they win there. 2 really good programs, do not like each other at all. And number 1 is the one that starts tonight, Texas Tech softball versus Texas. The built-in Tech and Texas rivalry brings the fans in. The on-field rivalry brings the teams in. The competitiveness, the back and forth, the fact that you are playing for a national championship in back-to-back years elevates this to number 1.
Okay. I'm going to take Texas Tech baseball with Oklahoma State, number 3. I am going to take Texas Tech and Texas softball, number 2. And really, to be honest, though, it's Texas Tech softball in the SEC. It's the whole league, right?
Yeah.
They all hate us.
Yeah.
We love to beat all of them.
Yeah.
It really is the whole entire league.
Mm-hmm.
Every one of those people is rooting. Those teams are rooting for Texas tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, every one of them.
Yeah.
They all hate us. It's the whole entire league. But Texas, you're the head of the snake. Okay.
Really stink if somebody went in there and wrecked it, huh?
Yeah, right. And number 1 on my list is Texas Tech men's basketball with Houston. I think that's the most hated, violent, intense rivalry that the Red Raiders have in any sport right now. Men's basketball with Houston. Yeah.
I think you guys did a better job than I did.
I don't know what you want me to say here.
No, I mean, you can just agree with me. I mean, I think you guys did better.
We all have different opinions.
You guys did.
We're allowed to have different opinions.
I know, but your answers were better. I liked your
I
answer.
like BYU. I can't call them a rival.
I don't know.
I don't know that they like us.
No. I think I can call it a rivalry. There's a ton of respect there right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so it doesn't feel as intense. Yeah.
I think your Tech basketball versus Houston is really really good.
That's the one that's the most intense. It feels like.
I think
Your number one was
tonight. Number 2 was Tech basketball with Houston.
I guess the thing that would hold me off from making it because obviously it's the one that means the most right now. For 2 years in a row, it's decided a national championship. But it doesn't feel like you're throwing barbs at them and they're throwing barbs at you like you are Tennessee and like you are other schools on softball and you are in football-wise with those 2 schools. That's why I didn't push it to the top. It feels like with Houston, it's just the games have been awesome, but the intensity has been phenomenal. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys feel like ESPN and the NCAA created the drama between Texas Tech and everyone? And by the way, they made the bracket for the softball tournament. No, I think
the SEC did that.
Yeah, I think everybody's offended. I say everybody. The SEC and some of the talking heads are offended because Texas Tech is just doing what other schools have been doing for years.
I mean, technically, I think we created the drama when we put together an awesome roster that they didn't like.
Yeah.
So I would say we created the drama.
Yeah.
Legally, there's nothing wrong with what we've done.
Right.
But I think we created that.
Yeah.
This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
Good morning with Jamie Lent and Jeff McGuire. I'm Chuck Heinz. I do want to get into this a little bit, just a little bit. This is this deal with the bill that the Big 12 is all signed off on that could save college sports, right? I don't know that it will, but now the SEC and the Big 10 say nope. They do not support the current version of a quote bipartisan bill designed to regulate college sports. They said the bill leaves critical issues unresolved, Jamie, not including meaningfully preempting state laws with a federal one, which has long been considered a key element for a measure to get support from the NCAA and the conferences. This is the Protect College Sports Act. This comes less than 24 hours before a scheduled hearing in front of the Senate Commerce Committee. This all sounds very boring. But the legislation has received support from the Big 12 and the ACC. But the Big 10 and the SEC, even though there's 4, they have more clout than what the Big 12 and the ACC has, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, they're the 2 richest. One of the bill's key provisions would give conferences an option to pool their media rights, an idea that the Big 10 and SEC have long claimed would not result in a financial windfall that proponents suggest. So, and that's like putting the toothpaste back in the tube. I feel like, and you know we've talked about this many times. I've brought it up many times, but one of the reasons why the NFL has been so successful, I think, in terms of being able to have parity where, you know, a team like Green Bay can be competitive with the New York Giants is the media rights are spread evenly, you know, across the league. Mm-hmm. And that's not the case in Major League Baseball. It's not the case in other sports. It's not the case in these conference rights. And I think asking the Big Ten and the SEC to do that and share their riches, not necessarily with the Big 12 and the ACC, but within their own conferences, and the claim that you're going to be able to get more because you do this. Well, you don't necessarily know that. But I think that'll kill that, don't you?
If they're not going to agree to it, yeah, it's pretty much killed.
Yeah, I mean, so it's like, might as well just cancel the.
I mean, we knew all along that unless the SEC was in favor of it, mm-hmm. It was. I mean, the Big 12 can pull out their little fancy pens all they want, but
fancy pens?
Yeah.
That's
signing the bill?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And sign the bill all day long, mm-hmm. But unless the SEC with their laced in gold pens agree to it, it's just not going to happen. Here's what I heard when what you were just talking about, Chuck. This is that really stood out to me.
Okay.
I don't know. You said you had you sounded like Charlie Brown's teacher to me.
Okay. Does that happen often on this show?
There's times. Yeah.
Okay.
I think you kind of agree with me, right? With what you said earlier.
Yeah.
It's just like all this legal mumbo jumbo. And it feels like we're all just jumping through all of these hoops just to get to the hoop that's standing next to the SEC and do you agree? Do you agree, SEC, please?
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think, SEC?
Yeah.
You think? We agree? You want to do it too?
It's like putting socks and T-shirts and underwear in the toy department aisle. It's like, why are you doing that? Why are you killing the joy of going to the toy department by putting socks and underwear and T-shirts there?
I have no idea how that analogy works, but it's funny.
Somebody says it doesn't matter if the FCC and Big Ten are in favor. If the bill is signed into law, if it becomes a law, they have to abide by it. No, they'll sue. They'll sue. Right? I mean,
I just it's just hurry up and wait on the SEC. That's what it is.
just tell us what you want to do.
Yeah,
Just tell us. Greg Sankey, just
tell us what you want us to do.
Yeah.
Because we know you're going to make the decision.
Yeah. Just tell us.
Everybody knows it.
Just give us the 16-team playoff, and we'll see if we can get to 24 someday. And then we'll just kind of see what happens there. And this whole business of a salary cap, I mean, people are going to get around it. There's going to be gray area. They're going to be. Remember, if you're not rubbing, you're not racing, right? It's just the way it is.
It's all just legalese, and everybody's going to find a way around it.
How long have you guys been planning the Charlie Brown teacher thing? That was good.
About 3 weeks.
About 30 seconds before it happened.
Jeff said, "I've got this," and Jamie's like, "Okay."
No, other way around.
No. I mean, seriously, I texted him and said, "Do you have audio of Charlie Brown's teacher talking?" Because that's what I'm hearing right now.
Let's hear that again, just from Charlie.
Well, I've closed it now.
Okay, well,
yeah, it's all right. We're good.
Another thing.
8:21 this morning here on the Morning Drive. Big Ten and SEC, you'll make more money, but we won't make significantly more money than everyone else and have a more level playing field. So we'll just cut off our noses to spite our faces. Thanks. Shaking my head. Okay.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. All right, let me try something else on you. There we go. I wonder if that's how people feel sometimes when they listen to this show.
No, I don't think normally they do.
No.
It's just, again, that's what I hear right now with, again, here we're all going to stand in unison together, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. But we know unless the SEC says it's okay that we're not going to do it. Yeah. It's not going to matter.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it is what it is, right?
Yeah, that's just the way college sports is right now. They're in control. Them and ESPN.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I appreciate the Big 12 trying to make stuff happen and trying to put pressure on them and all that, but we just know we're just kind of waiting around.
Yeah, they've got 3 votes and we've got 1, and we say, okay, we vote for, and they're like, no.
It's kind of like putting the socks in it. No, I'm just kidding. It's kind of like being married. Okay, we all have opinions. Mm-hmm. And we're really strong in our opinions. Mm-hmm. But if you're married for a long time, basically you just sit around and wait for your wife to tell you what to think. If you're making it work, if you got a healthy relationship, you're just allowing her to tell you what you think. Yeah. That's what the Big 12 is doing right now with the SEC. Yeah. You're just waiting around for the wife, aka the SEC, to tell you what's going to happen.
What's going to happen?
Some of my favorite questions are, where do you want to go to eat, or where do you want to do this, and then, we're going to do this instead. Well, then why did you ask? Okay, and that's what the Big 12 is right now. Hey, we're going to put this into law. Yeah, we're going to draft up these plans. We're going to do this. We're going to do hey, we got it all figured out. Yeah, we're good. The SEC's like, no, you're not.
No, you're not.
No, you're not. That's just how it goes being married.
And then
And if you're living in a healthy relationship, you're like, okay. Because that's what the Big 12's going to do.
Right.
They're not going to make the rules.
Right.
I don't know if my analogy was anywhere close to being as good as yours. Yours felt way better to me.
Cameron says this. That's not what we hear. We hear important stuff like what city the Rockies play for. Well, they play in, but yeah, you're right.
They play in Denver. Did you know that?
They do. They do play in Denver.
Man, I thought it was Boulder.
The SEC acts like spoiled rich kid. Yeah. What I hear when you have those old man yelling at the cloud moments. Yeah. I mean, I heard Clint yesterday talking about boomer moments and things like that. I'm like, okay, all right, buddy boy. I'll give you a boomer moment.
We'll stop having them and we'll stop talking about them.
Control your children, Chuck.
This has been the Morning Drive Podcast, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction. Check out our library of Double T 97.3 podcasts at doublet973.com.